Hey everybody, it's late, I'm tired, my roommates are asleep, and I'm dressed well, so let's do a wine class. Centine, Toscana, vintage 2011. Let's go over a proper presentation at your table. So, obviously you have to determine a host of the wine. More often than not, it's the person that ordered it. They're going to be the person that inspects the cork, as well as tastes the wine. Unless, of course, there's clergy at the table, then the rules change. I don't want to get into that. So, you present the wine, label out to the table. Centine, Toscana Blend, vintage 2011. Vintage, varietal, vineyard. The 3 V's. Grab a wine key. People will tell you it's proper to cut along the bottom lip in a circle around the table while maintaining the label facing the table. 1, that's hard to do, and 2, you don't necessarily need to do that. Common practice now, especially in European countries, is to actually cut straight up the side of the sleeve and peel it off in its entirety, because the incredible institutions will take, this is a common thing in Europe, not here in the States, they'll take a cheap bottle, slap an expensive label on it, then cut the top of the sleeve, remove the cork, and never let you see the cork. So you remove the sleeve, so you can't see it in this light, but the customer can inspect the authenticity of the cork from inside the bottle. Now you're going to open up the wine with your wine key with, once again, the label facing the table. Don't want to put it on the table. Using your hands gives you more leverage. This particular bottle has a very, very short cork, so you have to be leery about going all the way in. I usually do when pouring glasses, but when serving a bottle, I like to stay fairly couple notches above going all the way in, because it will pierce the cork and you might get cork pieces into your glass. So let's avoid doing that. So let's get it in about 2 notches up and then pull up gently, otherwise you're going to break the cork. Very, very short cork. So get it up like so. Twist as you pull, comes right out. I'll give you an idea how short this cork is. I'm like barely all the way in. If I were to go any further, full depth pierces well into the cork, as you can see. Let's get that. Yeah, you can see that. Alright, so you would hand the cork to the host of the wine. They would inspect the cork. A lot of people smell it. You can do that, but it's technically unnecessary because you're going to be smelling the glass anyway. What they want to be looking for is whether or not the bottle is corked, which means if the cork becomes decayed, it starts to flake and fall apart and break very easily towards the wine into the cork, that means the bottle is probably not sealed correctly. So let me grab a wine glass, 1 second. You know what? Fuck it, we're going to drink out of this bottle. So, yeah, I should have grabbed a glass earlier. So when you pour a taste, you want to pour it a tiny amount, maybe an ounce at most, very little. Alright, so this bottle, primarily Sangiovese with a touch of Cab Sav and Merlot. Sangiovese by nature is very tannic and highly acidic by nature. A lot of currants and dark berries, very bitter berries. But the Cab Sav and the Merlot in this blend tend to cut into that, giving it a bit of a more fruity intensity and cut into the acidity as well. It's full-bodied but very easy to drink. It's definitely a great table wine. If you're looking to pair it with something, I'd say, I don't know, maybe a beef roast, any kind of wild game, something gamey like venison or perhaps boar. You can probably do a gamey bird as well, duck, pheasant, quail, aged cheeses, maybe a red sauce. Nothing too spicy though, since it's very dry. That chalk is going to set your mouth on fire. So yeah, this bottle's actually very affordable as well. You can probably find it at a retail location for about $15, maybe 10 if you're lucky. Restaurants usually goes for anywhere from 30 to 35, so not very expensive at all. And it's a bottle that I think everyone's going to enjoy at the table. Hope you dug the Persona music this time. I just wanted to cut into the sounds a bit and keep myself awake while I enjoy this bottle. Alright, see you.